welcome back. My name is Claire, and this is going to be the astro and pick a card for the week of July 20th to the 27th. I'm going to start this video by talking a little bit about the astrology and the new moon that we have on the 20th, and then we'll get into a collective energy look with the tarot, and at the end of the video I'll have the pick a card, so you can already have your card 1, 2, or 3 in mind for that. Timestamps are in the description box down below if you don't want to watch the whole thing. That is there for you. So the astrology this week is such a nice breather after last week. Last week the sun was opposing Pluto and Jupiter. So it was just this hell week. I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, it was one of those weeks where I was really starting to question my mental stability. It was there was just so much going on. I was I am emotionally overwhelmed. And there was a lot of ego death in the air, and thankfully that has wrapped itself up, oh my god, by this point this week. So on the 20th, however, we have a really nice, heavy, dense new moon in Cancer. The sun is opposing Saturn, so this can feel a lot like needing to create spaces in your own life where you have self-care built in. It can also feel like just a push to do what needs to be done, no matter how uncomfortable it is. I like to think of this as mom and dad are in the same room. We have the mother moon and we have father Saturn, and they're, in opposition. They both have really, really strong presence. So this is at the point where they may not agree, but they know something needs to be done. So working with this energy, I put on my Instagram a little bit earlier this week, I like to do long-term goals with this. This is the time to be thinking about where do I want to be in 5 years? There are a lot of other astrological things that are supporting this, and a lot of the tarot scopes that I was doing this week were kind of reflecting that, and I thought it was really interesting. But setting a long-term goal will be a really, really good way to work with this new moon energy on the 20th. On the 22nd, we have Mercury sextiling Uranus. This is the third time that this does this. It was doing it all through the Mercury retrograde and just before. So this is this info dumping from the universe. Okay, we have the communication planet pairing up with the rebel. So there is a ton, a huge influx of information that we're just inundated with. Because this is the third time, I feel like we're finally going to be able to be familiar enough with that information overload that we're going to be able to navigate it. We're going to be able to work with it. We're going to be able to actually understand some of the things that are coming through, because these are probably going to be a lot of the similar messages, a lot of the same things that we're oh, okay, now I understand the seed that was planted with this the first and the second time around. So that's something to look out for, just being aware of what sort of information downloads are coming. We also have the moon moving right after the new moon. It moves into Leo and then into Virgo later this week. So again, this is really, really getting clear about the details about something, about an idea, about a project, really setting your budgets, setting out those goals for yourself, getting very practical, while still embracing a bit of play, because on the 23rd, the sun moves into Leo, which is going to be a really nice luminary transit. I think we're all really ready to get out of the waters of Cancer at this point, because it's been very heavy and emotional. So as soon as the sun moves into Leo, a little bit more play comes back into play. I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it was just talking about how when we take the game of life too seriously, we actually lose inherently our ability to play it well. And sincerity and seriousness are not equal. So I feel like the next week we're going to have a lot of paring back, and a lot of seriousness will be in the air. So I think to bear in mind while we're dealing with some of the more heavy, realizations of what do I really want? There's going to be a bit of that this week too, more the week after, ramping up into a little bit of more Neptunian confusion, which we love, but still working with that energy of what do I want? understanding the games that we are playing with ourselves and in the greater structure is going to be really helpful to get kosher and down with that. Let me see. On the 25th, Mars enters the shadow. So it is retrograde later this year, but the themes that we will be working with through the Mars retrograde will start to crop up on the 25th. So pay attention to what battles you're picking, basically, and how much energy you have to dedicate to those battles. The herb of the week is going to be borage this week, so that's borage for courage, and I really like it for this retrograde because there's often a little bit of like heaviness, not a lot of energy, and have to be very conscious of how you delegate your energy. And borage is an adrenal tonic, so it really helps to feel on. I'll leave it at that, and then that video will be coming down the pipe later this week, so do subscribe if you want to be seeing that. Let me see, and then on the Sunday, the 26th, we have Mercury finally leaving the shadow period, which is great. So all of those confusing bits wrapping up. However, it makes immediately afterwards a square to Mars. So there's a little bit of lightness that comes in, but then it's like immediately being punched in the face with like maybe some conflicting ideologies or that kind of a thing. So, be aware, look out for that as well. It's all happening now. And then next week after the 27th, things start to get a little bit more, there's a little bit of momentum around those, how do I say, around the games that we are playing. Yeah, about commitment. Again, like I was shocked by how many of these tarot scopes, the theme of commitment is coming up for pretty much everyone right now. So you're not alone in that. You're not alone in like realizing you can't have it both ways. You have to pick one or the other. That's it for the astro. Let's get into the collective energies with the tarot. And then right after this, I'll go straight into the pick a card. So feel free to pause this video and like walk around and get yourself a drink or a snack or whatever it is that you like to do. And then whatever number you feel called to watch is the one for you. Okay, guys, let's get into the collective energies for the week of July 20th to 27th. I can't believe this month is like, she going. Ugh. Okay. Okay, we've got the three. Yeah, okay, cool. So we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed, we've got the Queen of Cups reversed, we have the Three of Swords, Queen of Wands, Two of Swords, and Page of Pentacles reversed. So right off the bat, I see communication, gonna be a big deal. Gonna be a lot of heart-centered approach, I feel like is gonna be serving us really well this week, being really aware of what is within our hearts, deep in our psyches. Again, this is reconnecting to like, what is it that I really want? At the end of the day, commitment. And I've been meditating a ton on commitment because if you know me in real life, I'm like the most nomadic person you've ever met and very slow to commit to anything. And what I realized this week was the root of that is knowing what do I want to come back to? Like what feels like home for me? What do I fundamentally want to see continue in my life, or what is it that keeps me grounded through all of these changes? And those are the things to commit to, not just things that make us feel good in the moment, not short-term pleasure or any of those things, but like what sustains us, what is us in the long term. Those are the themes that I'm seeing in these cards here as well. So the Two of Swords as well, we're gonna have to make a decision. She's accompanied by the Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles reversed. This was reversed, pardon me. So there will be collaboration that I feel like we're going to need to come to terms with how we collaborate with people, why we collaborate with people, in what ways people empower us or limit us. This is a big theme this week as well. Those core desires as well, we might be needing to do a little bit of shadow work. We might be needing to sit with some heartache and some pain to get to, there's a bit of like manic energy that we've been working with for the past month. And this past week, I feel like really sort of like put us through the ringer to get rid of that. But whatever is left of that, whatever like heartache and pain that we kind of don't want to, you know, pain is hard to sit with. Sitting with it though, however, is going to be very helpful to heal it, you know, not simply bypassing it, not simply avoiding it, or, you know, seeing it mentally but not choosing to feel it, like really choosing to feel it, making a commitment again to ourselves in that way. What else can I really say about that? It's quite important as well in the pain of that moment to be compassionate. Obviously, I'm big on compassion here, as you guys know, but also as a way of course correcting. Okay, so like not just doing it to like feel sad, because sad is a good place to visit, but doing it because you are course correcting and allowing yourself to like have that sense of play again, have that sense of like, okay, what truth is this heartache telling me, and like how can I incorporate that into my life in a more dignified way. Cool, guys. That is it for the collective energies. This is going to be to pick a card now. Okay, there's one, there's two, and there's three. Timestamps are down below. Feel free to check them out. So card number one for you, we have the King of Swords reversed. Okay. So someone who's very ambitious, someone who likes to be in control, likes to be the smartest person in the room. So someone whose only limitations come from a lack of faith in their own heart. This is a mature expression of intelligence and intellectualism, I'm hearing. So there might be some research for you this week that needs to happen, some sort of, I feel like you're going to be questioning your sources for what sort of information you're getting. We have the Wheel of Fortune that has leapt out. So there may be avoidance on your part, someone else's part, to confront a cycle, to see that there are behaviors within, like, you know, that mental bypassing route where acknowledging the heart, or rather where not acknowledging the heart is becoming the chain to this cycle. That's what I feel. We also have the Page of Swords. It might be a younger person, a young Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, pardon me. We also have the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess. So you may have to turn your back on a situation this week. You may have to tune back into that inner voice, into that heart-centered thing that we're talking about. And there are, I'm seeing it can be one of two ways, so take what resonates for you, but this can be either a self-deceptive piece, or one of those moments where you need to be listening to your intuition to get yourself out of a toxic situation. And I see that this is the kind of energy where you will know what is correct for you, and have the sense to not tell somebody why you have to leave, because it's like, as soon as you engage with them, almost you're going to get sucked right back into it. So it's kind of, it's time to be very cunning. Cunning is the word for you. Okay, that's it for you. Card number one. This is going to be card number two. So card number two for you, we have the Six of Swords. Okay. So transitions. You might be moving house. You might have to be throwing things out or packing things up for a move. You might be actually spending time on the water. Weird, I don't know. Or getting in touch. Sorry, my nose is like, I cannot believe how itchy it is. And what is it that they say? Like, when your nose is itchy, someone's talking about you? Like, I don't know. I hope it's all good things. I feel like you're learning to step into power this week, card number 2. I feel that there are some powerful steps that you need to be taking with a lot of certainty. There are some distant shores that you're having in mind as well, and I do sense there are some troublesome situations within your current context where maybe removing or like extricating yourself from them feels emotionally draining, but it is important nonetheless for you to do. Embracing the changes at hand as well for you is what I see. For you, we have the Queen of Wands and we have Judgment reversed. Okay, so I feel, I'm just gonna have a sip of tea for a second. People always used to make fun of me. This is like my salad in a jar. It's like turmeric and ginger and like sage and everything. But it's great. For you, wow, I feel like your heart really needs some healing right now. There are there's some truths that you're harboring within yourself, I'm sensing. There's a tendency to wear your heart on your sleeve and perhaps have it be taken advantage of by people, and there's some baggage that has been collected as a result of that. This also will play out a few ways. Either this is going to be time for you to acknowledge what those baggages are and release them once and for all, or this is going to be time for you to accept responsibility for yourself of maybe how can I say this? How identifying the people who have those common behaviors will be something that can allow you to extricate yourself from those patterns. Again, there's a lot of pattern breaking this week. New moons are intention setting. You might just have to be drawing boundaries with people. You may have also made a judgment call about something very quickly, and you might have to be releasing maybe the ego that was associated with that for you as well. We have the Magician reverse for you as well. So yeah, just kind of not creating anything that you know you won't stand by in like 10 years time. Removing yourself from things that don't serve you anymore and getting yourself into clearer, calmer waters. Okay, that's it for you, card number 2. This is going to be card number 3. For you, we have the 5 of Wands reversed. Card number 3. So, wow. I feel like there's, I'm just sorry, I'm collecting my thoughts because there is so much communication here. There's so much clarity. The color blue might be coming up a lot for you as well. Throat chakra stuff, learning how to speak without being learning how to speak the truth without coming across or like saying things in a disrespectful way. Just like learning how to be very like, again, introducing a sense of play back into the fights that you're picking, or like learning how to choose your battles. Again, this might come up for you. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so nice stability. We have the Devil reversed and we have the Moon. And the bottom of the deck, we have a liberation happening for you. So there is a lot of fear with the Moon. There's always going to be fear with the Moon. With the Devil reversed, I also see that this can be a self-imposed block. Like maybe for you, a pattern in the past was like you were always getting dragged into these situations by like people would be able to bait you. Like, do you remember in Back to the Future, like when people would call the main character chicken and he would like, it got him into a lot of trouble. Like this is the kind of energetic And I'm saying it doesn't have to be like that, obviously, but I'm kind of seeing like you're rediscovering like your stability within yourself, where it's like, I will not be baited into this anymore, because I realize that it's keeping me small. I realize that it's keeping me in a toxic sort of like addictive pattern, and I feel like you're going to be really having a chance to accept your inner strength, like point blank. It's like it feels like you no longer need to put on a show of strength for other people, because you know you have strength within yourself, and it's like show don't tell, basically. Yeah, that's it for your card number 2. That's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Feel free to connect to me through the comments section or through my website, like whatever. And good luck with this week. I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.